In this lesson, we'll take a look at Arnold spotlights. First, go to Create, Lights, and select Spotlight to create a spotlight. Lights created from the Arnold tab are designed specifically for Arnold, while lights created from the Create menu can be used with different renderers, including Arnold and V-Ray. First, let's place the spotlight and create a plane in a simple object to use as our test scene. If you look at the spotlight attributes, you'll see an Arnold tab. Increasing the exposure value makes the light on the ground brighter. Let's start by looking at the main settings at the top. Lowering the cone angle narrows the area illuminated by the light, while increasing it makes the illuminated area wider. When the penumbra angle is set to 0, the edge of the light is sharp, but increasing the value softens the edge. Drop-off controls how quickly the intensity of the light decreases with distance. Now, let's take a look at the settings in the Arnold tab. When radius is set to 0, the shadow edges on the object are sharp, and increasing the value makes them softer. Roundness controls the shape of the illuminated area. By disabling cast shadow, you can prevent the light from producing shadows. Shadow density controls the darkness of the shadows. Adjusting the aspect ratio allows you to create a long and narrow illuminated area. You can control the direction of the light by rotating the actual light object. Lens radius can be used to further expand the area covered by the spotlight. Now, let's create a stage lighting effect using the characteristics of a spotlight. In the Arnold render settings, you can find the Environment tab. Click the connection button next to Atmosphere and add an atmosphere volume. Increasing the density value makes the volume denser and the light more visible. You can also change the color of the volume by adjusting the color setting. Attenuation controls how much light and visibility are absorbed and reduced as they travel through the atmosphere. Attenuation color determines the filtering color applied as light is absorbed while passing through the atmosphere. For example, when attenuation color is set to red, certain wavelengths are absorbed, which can result in a color closer to its complementary color. When anisotropy is set to 0, the light is scattered relatively evenly in all directions. As you increase the value into the positive range, the scattering becomes more concentrated in the direction of the light. Conversely, negative values emphasize scattering in the direction opposite to the light. Now, let's use these characteristics to create a spotlight laser effect. Arnold light filters allow you to control the shape and attenuation of light, as well as shadow patterns, similar to placing a device or mask in front of a light. The filter we'll use this time is Gobo. A Gobo creates different light patterns, similar to placing a pattern slide or texture in front of a light. Here, we'll use a ramp. Change the ramp type to circular ramp and adjust the ramp spacing to create an effect like this. You can also animate the light by adding keyframes to the cone angle. To create a more filled-in look toward the center, let's duplicate the spotlight. We'll lower the exposure of the second spotlight slightly. Then, we'll adjust the drop-off value to concentrate the light toward the center. Next, let's apply light decay to the light filter. Light decay allows you to directly control where the light attenuation starts and ends. I want the light to end closer to the source. so I'll increase the far end value. Now, freely adjust the color, exposure, and volume density to create the look you want. Let's duplicate the spotlight once more to create a more varied lighting effect. Since the first and second lights need to move together, select the second light and middle, drag it onto spotlight 1 to parent it. We'll connect another gobo to the filter of the third spotlight. This time, we'll connect a texture file to the slide map of the gobo. The texture we'll use is a simple line-based image. You can create the texture using only black and white. This allows you to create a variety of different light shapes. Finally, let's add a glow effect to the light. In the Imagers section of the Arnold render settings, you can find the LensEffects options. Adjusting the strength and radius values allows you to add a natural glow around the light. Let's increase the image resolution and render it. As you can see, the denoiser is already applied by default, so some of the noise is removed, but the image is still not clean enough. So, I'll remove the existing denoiser and add a new one. Noise is well suited for rendering volumes. Next, I'll increase the atmosphere sample value and set the camera value to around 5 before doing the final render. Now, let's select the object and move it around. You can see how the light naturally appears on the surface of the object, creating a laser-like effect. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and hit the bell for more Maya tutorials. Thanks.